Andrew felt pretty good about where they were at relative to public and private land, that they weren't going to feed off before we were able to close the distance.
Well, packing up, saying goodbye to the garden. We're getting ready to head out, get on the plane and go meet up with Andrew. Got 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour plane flight, and then we'll be in Colorado. Alright guys, we're getting ready to head out on our first morning. I got Andrew packing up all my stuff in his truck because I'm a bum. We're gonna head out, stop at maybe like a sportsman warehouse or something, and we're going straight to the field. So, yeah, here we go. Well, it was a bust, so I think he said we're going to try to shoot up north a little bit. I think you camp tonight. And get at them tomorrow early afternoon-ish, I guess. Fingers crossed we'll sink one down before noon.
Oh yeah, we can get a doe down. Pretty confident at this point. See how long that lasts though.
Alright guys, well, unless we see something else, this is good night.
And we didn't really have any luck there, so we ended driving like, it was like a 4.5 hour drive one direction from the southern part of the unit to the like middle part of the unit, and it was just a dust storm. It was insane. Super heavy winds like all night. It was pretty cool.
We just crawled out of our den, and Andrew's already got goats behind the glass. And it looks like
public land.
Looks like they're just on public. So this might be our opportunity to put a little sneak on, and
they're moving back here.
oh, that's good. They're moving more onto public.
Yes, sir.
Good. We saw a guy on a hillside glassing. At first I thought he had saw him and took off, but
oh no, it's another group I spotted coming over here.
even better. So there we go. We got two groups of goats
Moving towards public land.
Heck yeah.
It's a little chilly this morning, but there's antelope around, and so it's a good morning.
Alright, we're gonna get after it.
So I follow Andrew about 3/4 of the way up, and from the last time we saw them, they're just on the peak of that other side. So the idea was, I'm gonna stay back and I'm gonna kind of lay with my back against this hillside. He's gonna make that last little peak up on top of this hill and shoot him. Well, he gets up there and they had moved off a couple 100 yards, so he like belly crawls like 75 to 100 yards out.
y'all. He got it done. Final approach. What was your shot about?
Right at 300. It's like 298.
Right at
She
30.
stood up and went broadside. I just nailed her.
That's awesome. So congrats to Andrew. We're gonna get this thing gutted and washed out and back to the truck, and
it's on to elk camp.
yeah.
So he ends up taking the animal, we get it tagged, take our pictures, you know, all that good stuff. And then on our way back, we realized we left the bags at the truck, and instead of only going like 3/4 to a mile, we're like 1.5 miles or so, you know, out from the trucks, and we had to go through all that crap just to get to where we were at. We didn't want to do it 2 more times. So Andrew, being the monster he is, just decides, I'm going to throw this thing over my shoulder. And we end up dragging / carrying this pronghorn like 1.5 miles down through the canyon bottom, through the brush, through the creek, through the other side, all the way back to camp. And I mean, there was a spot about that big on the back side of that pronghorn that didn't have any hair from where we had just drug it. It was just an amazing experience. If you haven't had a chance to go out west and do some sort of hunting, even if it's like you got a group of buddies and one person gets a tag, who's pulling the trigger isn't so much important as everybody who's out there. Like, I didn't have a pronghorn tag for this hunt, and it was just as much fun for me as it was for him, because I got to have part of every piece of it minus pulling the trigger. He gifted me some pronghorn to bring home, sent me some jerky and stuff like that, and it's a really awesome experience, and it's not as expensive as you would think if you just take a little bit of time and do some aerial scouting, call the biologists in the area, talk to Fish and Game. It's more of a time investment than it would be like a monetary investment in a lot of cases. Flights are pretty cheap, and with a small animal like a pronghorn, you can fly it home as part of your luggage. Let us know what you guys want to see. Tell us down in the comments, and until next time, thanks for joining the hunt.